On today's movie review, we're going to check out the film X-Men Apocalypse. Let's check it out. Now, the story of what happens in X-Men Apocalypse, with the emergence of the world's first mutant, Apocalypse, the X-Men must unite to defeat his extinction level plan. Now, this movie has been getting a lot of flack as far as reviews and critical reviews, and even though it was #1 at the box office, it was kind of a failure. If you enjoyed the last two X-Men movie, you can clearly see that this relates as far as those two films and kind of being this rebranding, retelling the story of certain characters that we've already seen in the past X-Men movies. If I had any negatives about the movie, it's Jennifer Lawrence's performance is very boring. Every time she's on the screen, it's just like, it's bland.
It's good to see you, Raven. Welcome home.
This isn't my home.
Normally with these comic book films, you kind of expect them to be about 2 hours or close to 2 hours. But for me, I kind of found that the first about 30, maybe 30, 40 minutes of this movie could have been kind of edited down. It's taking too long for Apocalypse to gather his 4 horsemen. The second hour is better because everything is established and it's kind of just a straight comic book action movie. Another negative aspect is that a lot of characters are kind of reintroduced, and if you've been following the series all along, it's kind of not interesting when you see these characters. Like Cyclops is introduced and Storm is introduced. The cast from the previous films handles their parts very well. Most notably Magneto and Professor X, kind of getting tired of their whole exchange back and forth. We've already seen this now, I think in, was it 5 movies already that we've seen them go back and forth? It's kind of getting to the point where you want to see something else come along. Also, just like Quicksilver stole the show in the last X-Men movie, he steals it again in this film. He kind of has a repeat performance of, you know, a certain action piece that he did in the last movie. He does it again in this movie. He's awesome. I kind of want to see more of him. I wouldn't mind seeing like a solo kind of film or a Netflix series or something based on him. Also to note, Olivia Munn does a terrible job acting wise as she's always done. I've never been a fan of hers, and I didn't mind Apocalypse. I felt he was better on the X-Men animated series. He was kind of more of a bigger threat there, I felt, than in this movie. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just he was too human. I felt like if they would have tightened up the script and kind of recast a few characters, it would have been that bad. I think it's well worth a watch. You know, if you find it on Redbox, you know, suggest anybody going out to the theater for this kind of movie. X-Men Apocalypse, for me, gets a 4 out of 10. The cameo in the movie is Weapon X, or Wolverine if you want to call him that. Maybe Hugh Jackman wanted to do it, or maybe he's signed to a contract that any X-Men movies he has to make a cameo or be a part of them. I don't know. It felt kind of just thrown in there for no reason. It didn't add anything to the story. That's my thoughts on X-Men Apocalypse. If you've seen this movie, leave it down in the comment section. What did you think about the movie? I know a lot of people who watch the channel kind of didn't like it, and you can check out their reviews on other channels, most notably View from the Cheap Seats. You know, I'm kind of with Mary and kind of with Jesse on this movie. I didn't think it was horrible. I didn't think it was great either, but come on, Kyle. You gave it a, what was it, half a star? Or something like that. I think it was a half a star. I don't think it was that bad, man. Maybe it was that Florida weather that kind of made you give it a 1 star or something. I don't know. As always, make sure you check out their channel, View from the Cheap Seats. What are your thoughts? Leave them down in the comment section, like I said, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already for more content, more movie reviews, and more stuff on the way. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, peace.